Hello gamers, this is Massive Pain with a video. I know it's been a while. I'm getting back into it. In this video, I'm gonna ask a question: can I finish Baldur's Gate 3 Act 1 with a group of clerics? The rules for the run is every member in the party had to be clerics. Exploit, save scumming, and all that fun stuff is allowed. And the goal of this run is finishing Act 1, 2, and 3. Side objectives are optional. So this will be the video, and later in the video I will explain why I haven't been uploaded. But for overall, enjoy the video and see you in the next one. Bye. I first recruit the little mind slayer thing because it's the most important thing to recruit right now. And I chose to be beginning of Act 1. I chose to be at the the lightning domain cleric. I did the best cleric right now. I met Lazelle, but I had us fight me and have Lazelle do nothing with this easy fight. Then I recruit the actual first proper companion of the run, Shadowheart. My babe and savior, Shadowheart. Then I use command to get the weapon for money. Then after this tutorial was done and I was able to get it pretty done, I recruit her. Then the first battle come. Pretty easy, was some close thing, but I had Shadowheart and I did damage, but pretty bad. Most of our spell slots was used. And then I killed a Mindslayer for a level. The level got me to level 2. Me and Shadowheart to level 2, which is good. Nothing to note in that level. Except, I think, some extra cannons, some extra spells. Undead will be handy later. And I guess my Destructive Wrath, which you will see multiple times. My repair spell same throughout the thing. Use water to make lightning double damage. Then I chose inflict wounds and sort of fake because ideas be tanky as possible as I can't do high damage. Then I go to the attack on the village with the goblins. Pretty easy fight. A couple people died, but only person died in this fight, sadly, was Shadowheart. But it was able to test my skills. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'm on Tactician. All the rules will be sent in the description of the video. Rest in peace, Shadowheart. But the goblins are as dead as Shadowheart, I guess. And I keep missing. This fucking sucks. And I guess this guy does not like Shadowheart. Stormtrooper aim. But yeah, I used one of my many scroll to revive Shadowheart. But sadly, later in the acts, I will be using a technique to make sure people don't die. I loot them up and I loot up because I needed to get as much money as possible, and then sell all my stuff to them. And I won't be showing every time I'm selling or buying stuff as it's pointless. But that's what it is. I sell all my stuff, sec heavy armor, but like end up not getting heavy armor. After this, I tried to save Lazelle, but it went terribly wrong. Oh, so wrong. She died instantly. And me and Shadowheart almost died. But able to succeed it. We were able to see it and then loot them and took a rest. Took a long rest. The first long rest for the run. I had a quick conversation with Sarah, of course, in my long rest because she's the best character. But sadly, you will find out later, I failed to romance her. But yeah, Shadowheart my favorite character. Every casual playthrough, I romance Shadowheart. After this, I deal with some absolute people to help them out. Tell them to go there. And so I didn't know audio, as for some reason I've never recorded audio, but I use my actual persuasion, being a cleric, to get advantage to get through. And a natural 20. Gotta love natural 20. And got up to level 3. But then that doesn't mean much. But I do recruit lump using the safe scumming. I say gun multiple times because I failed it the first time. Got a 5 for the first time. But second time, I safe scumming gets it, and then they'll be useful for later. You won't see them in this video, but in part 2 you'll see them. And I had a voice talking to me, and then don't pry inside a hard thing, because Shadowheart doesn't like being pried by. Of this, I fast travel to the Grove to try to recruit Will. But first, I deal with this and making sure I save the person, as I'm a good-natured person. And first try, got the roll first try. Barely, but got it first try, thanks to guidance. Then I go to the druid woman, just mainly to talk to her to be able to get the fucking mind slayer thingy, because my goal was to use that as extra powers. Yeah, the blurb was very long. I cut a decent chunk of this run, because this part was around 3 hours worth, and I cut it to 18 minutes, so you'll see a lot of cutting. Yeah. And I got told, oh, you need to find housing. So much loading screens doing this run. I recruit Will now. And then go to Rivers to change him. To begin with, I changed him to a Death Domain cleric. Something different, as I need more DPS. As he may access to the dead and other benefits. And I made his wisdom as the highest score, as it will allow my mindset allow me to, okay, I'm using mainly spells on him, so I need to be able to do that. And I switched to learn because of the default one. There was no other better one. Candid 12 the dead, yep. No brainer. As it let me target 2 people and it does damage. But yep, trying to make sure that because at level 4 I will be giving him a skill bonus. So yeah, it would be the extra con, but like in the end of the day, I need con over dex. To know I can try to make sure everything. Yep, with a perfect score. In this game skin, it doesn't matter, as I'm planning on respecing him anyway, and I use the pickpocket exploit to steal the money. And I also try to hire a hireling to get access to just another summon. I kind of know a 4 person, so I got him as a life domain cleric. I make same as before Conjuration and Wisdom. The focus as he's originally was going to be a supporter class. And don't forget to make sure you hit the like and subscribe and comment what your favorite class in Baldur's Gate, as it will help a lot and get my video pushed to other people. But now it's time to save housing. Now, this fight is very, very long, so I 10 times the speed of the clip, as it was just me summoning summons, using spell slots, having Will using skills to attack, and having my character trying to use lightning and try to be as tanky as possible, and having Helsing basically doing most of the hard work. My original plan was have someone try to make sure they can't save them, but it failed as the guy ran past. That was my original plan. But yeah, I'll put some music in the background and enjoy the fight. Now, it now near the end of the fight, and this a long fight where resources. I use a lot of resources in the fight, which is not great. After this fight, I take a short rest and then fight Minfara and her goons. Sadly, it wasn't the most hardest fight to do, and Farah only made me waste a bit of resources on her, as I was able to use hold person on her, with some saves coming in there, and took a gear. With this, the idea was basically do damage, heal, Shadow Heart as a person who doesn't die, and abuse my companion, the druid, Helsing. But now I just have to kill the Scarring Eye, which took longer than it should have. After this, I battled the next leader, which went so bad. Drow Rasglin fucked up my sit up. I made everything fast as the fight was very long, but I rode back as the fight went terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. As it did not go well. Well, with this second time try is always good. I use all my rolls. It almost went gnarly, but I was able to kill Drow thanks to my lightning feet in water. But this fight wasted a lot of resources, so I had to take another long rest. Hoping long rest doesn't become a thing. But yeah, I was. And I used River to bring them back, cause fuck. If they're difficult at back 1, we need to get a big power boost. Now the next fight. With in this fight was easy as I have all my slots left. And I was not worrying about my spell trying to get on the back. I get a free long rest soon. And the only one thing about it was my character got pushed in to the pit, which I was scared I might just die. And this fight, my guy did go down. But overall, this fight wasn't the most scariest fight. I was able to put Sentinel on Shadow hard and got everything. So Will and my higher was able to do most of the damage, and of course Halson. And now for the montage. I done the housing. I go to the talk to him, turn it in. I tried to run him into setup but fail terribly. Which fucking sucks, so I just went to my long rest. And yeah, Act 1 is done. I did take Scum multiple times, but I really can't do this. I do level up and take my stats up. Make sure the stats are good enough. Because I get to level 4. With this, Act 1 is complete, and yes, you can finish Act 1 with just cleric. Anyway, and thank you for the support. Now, let me do a quick update of why I haven't been uploading, what is happening with my channel. If none of you know, I'm at uni, I'm doing my bachelor in music, and I'm also recently got a new job. That new job and a uni be occupying most of my time, and I felt very uninspired for doing content creation. But it will be changing now. This video will come out, and part 2 will come out in a month probably, and I'll be also streaming on Twitch. I'll probably do a download video later, but I decided it's better. I'd rather have it as quick as possible, get it out. Yes, so I'll have a download video at the end of the month probably. But what I'm going to say, the last update, I'm going to be uploading challenge runs and other gameplay stuff. And I'll be doing on Twitch. Twitch at Master Pain 2022. Master Pain 22. That's my Twitch. I'll be streaming on there. Elden Ring. I have a challenge I'm doing on Elden Ring. Further ado, thank you for the support. I see you in the next one. Bye.